All right, welcome to Appy Hour number 2. Starting us off, we've got RaShaun, Ryan, and Michael. Or is it Deelo?
It's Deelo. Let's make some Deelos.
Deelo. Okay, so we're going to just get in the habit of doing these at around 4 o'clock every day, talking about, successes, tribulations, trials.
Trials and tribulations.
Showcasing some of the charisma, some of it very natural. Guys like Mike.
Of course.
We do need to get a camera for Matt. Matt, I'm sorry. You're going to get here the featured. If you hear somebody talking in the background, it's Matt Sifford. He's our media producer. He does absolutely everything. And thanks for getting the setup. So first off, RaShaun, let's talk about you. What do you got going on today? Why are you in Appy Hour? What do you have to talk about?
Yeah, so been having some great conversations for my HVAC client out in San Jose, jumpstarting that industry out there. And so right now I'm targeting a bunch of churches, getting some great feedback. HVAC is something that everybody needs. And so got a lot of good stuff in the hopper. I've already gotten some quality appointments. I know we got one that set up. It was with the church, and they have some units that are down. So we're going to go out there and give them some quotes on that. Pitching pretty hard on some preventative maintenance for all the potential prospects out there. Just trying to get some more, monthly recurring revenue for them.
What's it like calling for HVAC?
It's
Is it
different.
tough?
I wouldn't say tough. Just kind of getting the jitters out, just calling for a different industry than you're used to compared to, roofing or janitorial or any of the other ones. But gotten my footing. It's more natural, I'd say, now that I'm been calling on it for a few weeks.
And you can touch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's hard at all. I think I fit pretty well, calling for it. It's something that everybody knows about. You don't have to be a rocket science to know much about HVAC.
Things get hot and they get cold, right?
Yeah.
And they break. You need to make it work. What's your favorite part about HVAC so far? Why is it better, or what's something that's missing, from janitorial or HVAC? Or I'm sorry, roofing.
Yeah, I would say my favorite part is it's something that like I said, everybody needs. Versus cleaning or roofing, if you got a new roof, you don't need anything. If you got a company you're liking for cleaning, you're going to stick with them.
Yeah.
Versus trying to persuade them to switch to your company or even take a look at your company. Most of the time, the people I've spoken with for HVAC, they're open to getting quotes because it's better to have more quotes on hand for when something breaks, or you might not have a company that you typically call whenever something does go down. So I would say the receptiveness from the people that I'm calling.
All right, and then you got 105 dials today. We did pull you off the floor for a few minutes. 105 dials.
Yep.
What do you got on the month? What do you got on the month for appointments? What do you think?
12.
12 is correct. 12 is correct.
There we go.
Plenty of time to hit 20
Oh,
for
yeah.
the end of the month. Very good. And why were we talking about your 40 time? Your 40 time.
Oh yeah.
Tell everybody about your athletic prowess.
Yeah. So I had Parker. He challenged me that he could beat me in a race, and I think he forgot that I'm former college running back. I ran track in high school. I'm pretty fast. So
How fast? What was your 40 time?
my 40 was a 4.46.
A 4.46.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty slow. Yeah.
That's all right.
Parker thinks he could be. Hey, Parker said he ran a what? A 4.5?
A 4.5.
Allegedly. I don't know. He looks athletic. He looks strong.
He looks the part,
Oh,
but I
he's
don't think he could play the part. At least with the speed.
We'll have to do a race.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to do a race. Okay, well, good. So, Ryan, you're on here.
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah, first time.
You,
of many.
RaShaun kind of opened it up.
Yeah.
What do you think? You going to be able to follow that?
Yeah, I assume so.
Okay. All right. So you're a monthly MVP winner or candidate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you out here?
Yeah, we're having a pretty good month so far. I just got a new client for IT out in Rochester. Set my first appointment with them today. It's a pretty good one. It's a smaller opportunity, but they love those. Those will close fast, and it sounds like we're exactly what he needs. So, that was with an excavating company. spoke with the president, so he has a day-to-day guy, but we're going to be doing most of the back-end stuff while they're scaling their company up. He wants to grow pretty fast, and I think we're the perfect company to work with him. So we're going to have a meeting next Wednesday, and we should get that one closed pretty fast.
Wow. And when did you start working for these guys?
Last Wednesday, so it's been about a week.
About a week, and you already
Yeah.
got your first one?
Yes, sir.
I did see here.
Let's go, baby.
He's planning on doubling his company.
Yeah,
huh?
he wants to scale up. He said that they have about 7 users right now, but they want to get to 14 by next year. So
Got an 8 out of 10 on quality control on that one. That's pretty good.
yeah,
In New York.
yeah,
New York's tough.
It's tough out there, but I got a client in Trenton, New Jersey, so it's not much different. Just got to be quick. Tell them why you're calling, and then let them take over the conversation, and then just move it in the right direction.
Are you the reigning MVP?
No, actually, the guy behind the camera, Mason does a great job. He's helping me a lot with IT. So, we trade off blows every month. But, I mean, he's soon to have a kid, so he'll be gone, and I think I can take back over.
Holy smokes! Well, yeah. Let's hurry up and let's get to any other big news or big deals that you got coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, I got a proposal out for my client in Hawaii for $145,000, and I was told by the operations director that we met with the big bosses coming into town Monday, and we should have an answer back. They said the other bids that they got were not clearly as good as ours, so we
Wow.
should get that one closed up hopefully pretty soon.
140.
Solid.
And then the deal stands. If they'll do a testimonial, we will send you to Hawaii
Oh, I'll go.
to do a video.
Oh, I'll go.
We will.
Me and Matt can take a trip.
The odds are the client will want to come here though.
Oh,
Yeah.
To Missouri, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. They're like, we're not going. We're gonna. You can come to us. Yeah, dude, that'd be cool. I think it'd be one of the few places where it's actually better to send.
Yeah. Oh, I'd
Yeah,
go
yeah.
in a heartbeat.
Like, could you imagine going to, we had Scott from 4-3 coming from Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
I think it gets kind of cold there.
Yeah.
Might be better to go to Hawaii. All right, Mike.
Oh yeah.
What do you go? Do you go by Michael, Mike, Deelo,
Well,
Mikey D,
See,
Mikey Deals?
My whole life, it's been Deelo. Like even
a
teacher,
cool
even
name.
the teachers were like Deelo. Michael. With my mom maybe would just say that. Michael Curtis if I'm in trouble. But that's about it. But I love being in a room with a couple vets. I'm a
Yeah.
rookie. I'm a rookie here.
How long have you been working here?
I've been working here almost 3 months.
3 months.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Holy smokes.
Time flies.
It's been going by really fast when you have the right people around you.
We hired you on June.
June 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look it up in Paylocity. You're going on 3 months.
Going
Right.
on 3 months. So yeah.
Well, no. No, it's why does Paylocity
Almost
say
there.
2? That's weird. I have to look into that.
Yeah.
So what did you do before you started working here?
So I was over at Franciscan University. I just graduated with my bachelor's of science in marketing. I did a lot of door-to-door sales out in Raleigh, North Carolina, knocking about 200 doors a day. It was pretty hot.
You knocked on 200 doors a day
About 200
in North
doors.
Carolina?
About 200 doors. But I had a nice segue, so I was able to use my knees, just drive around, and then I get cops called on me just because they see a big 6'5" guy on a Segway. Like, what is this guy doing? But
No shit. You segued around?
segued around
And what were you selling again?
pest control.
Ugh.
I'd be like, hey, I see a bug right there. I got that for you.
What's the craziest story from door knocking?
Yeah, I actually have a few. Experience-wise, it was nice I had a Segway, but I'm like almost 300 pounds. And I'm pretty sure the weight limit on those things are like 250 maybe. And I was getting chased by a pit bull, and those things only go about 5-6 miles an hour, maybe.
The Segways or the pit bulls? Pit bulls go a lot faster than that.
Yeah. Well, now that I have one, I love them now. But at the time, it was boom. Obviously, I deserved it. I went to the wrong door. So
Yeah, I remember when you first came through here. How tall are you?
6'5",
You're 6'5". Holy smoke.
6'4" and 3/4.
Did you play like, basketball or something down there or football or?
I did. I played baseball there for about 2 months. But I played at Maryville hockey got injured,
Oh.
had to stop. But
You're a Maryville hockey guy too?
I was a Maryville hockey guy.
Holy smokes! How many guys played Maryville hockey here?
I think like 3 or 4.
3 or 4,
No,
yeah.
I was gonna say.
Wow.
But I ended up getting hurt, so it just wasn't God's plan. So
Yeah.
I ended up going to a school and ended up joining it, and I'm here. This definitely probably would not have happened if that switch was not made. I mean, we got the Maryville thing now, but
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Great.
that in a few minutes. That's cool. Did you have the phone call where the guy talked like Mickey Mouse?
no,
Or was
no.
that somebody else?
I don't know who that was.
Well, what's a weird phone call or something fun you've had from the floor?
A weird phone call. This is probably an Arsenal call. It was like maybe my third day dialing,
Uh-huh.
and this lady was sleeping. I called her. I was like, "This is Mike with Arsenal. How you doing?" and I was like, "Yeah, let's get something scheduled out." Scheduled it out to find out that she didn't work for the company for 5 years, and the CEO of the company came to the meeting and was like, "Why am I here?" And I was just like, that was just a learning experience, you know. But it was definitely something I learned from.
I called the guy a while ago, and it was like on 420, and he was smoking a bowl of dope, and like he answered the phone. He was like, "Hello." And he's there.
Showed
He goes,
up.
"Hold on a second." He's like, you hear it bubbling. And then just started hacking everywhere, and I was like, "Hey, I'll call you later, man."
I'm on that call for like 10 minutes. You're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, man."
Oh, he was out of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some weird stuff that ends up happening.
Right.
All right, what about you guys? Here, we're gonna mix Mason in here real quick. Who's got a story? RaShaun, you got something before you give up your seat? What do you got? Fun story, crazy gatekeeper guy yelling at you.
I'm surprised.
Fun
like,
memory.
For being here over a year, I don't have any crazy stories like that where got yelled at or something crazy has happened.
On the spot, you got a favorite story about just being around the office or interaction or fun memory?
Not that I could do off the top of my head. I mean, one of my favorite moments is definitely whenever I set that appointment for my client down in Nashville. That happened, and just because it's such a big company, and be able to get that appointment and find out. Well, I thought it was only 2 million square feet. Come to find out that it was 7 million square feet, and then we got that massive proposal out, just under $50K monthly. So, still alive. It's been a long process, but should hear some back on that one soon.
That's for Hilo.
Yeah, that's for Hilo.
Hilo's gonna come out and have a nice steak dinner. We
Oh,
need
yeah.
to bring him out here.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Mace, what do you think? You ready to hop in? Ready to tag in? You got something to say? You got a story? RaShaun, thanks for joining. I'm sure you'll be back very soon for the next one.
Oh yeah. Thank you guys.
Signing off. All righty. Mace is coming on.
We need transition sound effects. That's
Mace
what
race.
we're doing.
Holy cow.
Isn't that cool? You can hear yourself.
Yeah,
it's
that's
crazy.
weird.
All right, Mace.
That's weird.
For those of you who don't know, Mason Brown, he's the reigning MVP.
That's correct.
Okay. You have how many appointments this month?
20 or 21.
20. It looks like you're showing 20 on the board.
Yeah.
Showing 20 on the board.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
How'd you do to second? You got 140 dials today.
Yeah.
Second to Tanner Riddell. Tanner
Yeah.
Riddell's
Yeah.
getting after it.
Yeah, trying to get after it. I'm trying to prepare for the baby coming through, so
Yeah.
I want to be able to pick up my slack while I'm gone, so that nobody has to kind of step in and do that. So
This will be your fourth.
this will be number
baby?
4. Yeah, this is number 4. I've got 2 step and then 2. One, my girl, my first child, she is about 3.5, and so we decided, why not 4?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
You might want to get
Yeah.
get closer in there.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to hear yourself real good in here.
Gotcha.
Isn't this cool? Hey, Sam's here. We got a great guest coming up. Deelo, Deelo, give up the seat. New guy.
The vets gotta do their
st-
thing.
you can stick around and witness. You can witness greatness and hear what he's got to say. Sam, come on in.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Deelo.
Deelo.
That's like a great arena name. Mike, thanks. Great job. How many appointments you have today?
Technically 2.
2? And you're hopping in on Service Master Corporate and just making it happen?
Just got one yet. Got off my second dial.
Second dial. How many square feet, you think?
It's 16 buildings. I
16 buildings.
The school district, right?
Too much to add up, dude. Michael, you're killing it. Killing it. I'm sure you'll be out here more. We're talking about Mason's having a fourth kiddo. Is it a boy or a girl?
Yeah, it is a boy. It's first boy.
Oh, finally.
I know. Finally,
you got a name
right?
picked out?
Yeah, Lincoln Elijah.
Lincoln Elijah.
Yeah.
I was afraid you were going to have another girl.
I was afraid I was going to have another girl.
I was hoping you were going to have another girl.
No, stop.
That would have been fun.
It would have been fun. I mean, we got 3 already, 13, 10, and 3.5. I can't imagine when they're all teenagers or coming up in their college years, but I mean, it's gonna be crazy. We decided that we were gonna we sold our old house because it was a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom. I was like, there's no way that I can have 3 girls plus my wife. I'll never get into the bathroom. I might as well just shower outside.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, happy to have the boy come through, get a little testosterone in the house, but yeah, it should be a journey. It's gonna be fun.
And you're coming up on a year and a half at Arsenal, huh?
Yeah, coming up on a year and a half.
What looking back? What are some of the highlights? And
I tell this story all the time because when I first came in, I really struggled to get an appointment. Sam was just like trying to drill it into my head, like, "Hey, this is what you need to say. This is what you need to do." And finally one day it just kind of clicked, and I got like 7 appointments or 6 appointments in a day.
I think it
And
took you about 30 days.
It took me a little while to get to that point, but I remember I was just high on life getting all these appointments, and Miles was in there. He was making dials for the first time for Arsenal for a while. He had been had a full book, and he got an Arsenal appointment, and he was like, I don't know if I need to include Sam in, share this with Sam or whatever. And so he eventually got it figured out, and then he got a partner appointment like right after that. And I was like, "Hey man, do you need help like setting this up in Salesforce?" And he was like, "No, I think I got this one." It was just so funny. I was like, "Yeah, I thought I was helping him out." Definitely not. Definitely not.
what are some of the bigger opportunities or deals that you're running into? Because you've had some recent success.
Yeah,
If you haven't checked the results page out, Mason's
Yeah.
been on it pretty.
got to get in there.
A lot. Yeah, a couple. Yeah.
No, there are a lot.
I had a
I
couple.
think there
I've got
was
a
a
couple.
small one in
Yeah,
there
it
for like
was
20
some-
grand or something.
Yeah, something like that. It's like 18,000 monthly. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, realistically, it's just kind of finding the right opportunity at the right time. You got to really dig into it because I mean, you can set up handshakes all day long, but if there's no real meat on the bones, then your clients, you're doing a disservice to yourself and to your clients. So what I try to do is I try to dig into it, really figure out what the reason is to meet, what they're doing now, what their current infrastructure looks like, and kind of just paint the picture of what it looks like to work with us. And so I mean that's the name of the game, and I think you got to bring a certain personal touch to it. It's a joke in the office, but there's a certain personal touch to it. So you're making yourself human. Like they're getting calls all the time, especially if you're calling IT folks. Those guys, I can imagine being an IT director or an IT coordinator or a system administrator. Like you're getting a call all the time, and so to differentiate yourself from the other people that are calling, you bring that human side to it, and she's like, "Hey, man, I'm sure you get a lot of calls. Like, let's just have a conversation. I don't want to show you what this looks like. Figured you had something in place, but kind of go through the pitch like that."
But I'm gonna press a little bit more. A deal closed for what, $18,000 a month?
Yeah, 18.
How much commission's that? You just do the quick math.
It was.
You don't got to go through all the details, but just you're gonna gross like what?
$25,000.
$25,000.
Yeah, $25,000. So, and we got another one coming up. We
Got another one?
Yeah, I got another one coming up. It's he just went on the appointment yesterday, and it's like 160, 170 end users, fully managed. They absolutely can't stand their current infrastructure or their current IT company that they're using right now. But they're kind of tied in because the company that they're using is leasing all the hardware to them. So there's going to be a little bit of, moving some things around, figuring some things out from the hardware side of things, because asking a company to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on, new servers, new switches, new cabling, it's a whole new thing. But, if anybody can do it, it's going to be my client out in Toledo. He's going to figure all that out, and he's been a great partner through all of this too. So we work together, we tag team it, and it's probably going to be another 10,000, 15,000 monthly recurring.
No big deal.
No big deal. Yeah. So should be great. I'm looking forward to when it closes. It's already an almost closed deal, right, Sam?
You don't, yeah. I mean, just in time to have a baby or something like that. I
Yeah.
think Pat was talking about he's getting some nice commissions coming in too, but some timely expenses as well. Hope one of these days, man, just make a bunch of money when you don't have like a new baby coming or
Yeah, right.
a car breaking down or something like that.
Buy some nice stuff. But my wife has been fair with it. She's like, yeah, you can go ahead and get this and that. So I got a couple.
You got a
couple
little
of things.
Well, yeah, oh,
I got it.
Yeah.
I
Like?
got to spend a little bit of money. I got a new. I've always wanted this gun, so I went out and got myself a gun, and I'm gonna get my
America.
what kind?
I got an AR-15. It's a Ruger M4.
Oh, you better
nice.
hurry up and get them.
I know before he can. That's why I told her, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go buy this, and she's like, okay, sure, go for it.
Sure.
Did you get it
Yeah.
like black or
Yeah, it's
desert?
black. Yeah, it's black.
You can soup it up and put a bunch of.
I got the red dot sight for it, and yeah, it's gonna be real nice once it's all said and done.
For
but-
sniping appointments, huh?
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Got to put them on them.
What? Anything else? Or
I'm probably gonna get a tattoo, and then what else did I get? I got something else.
you gonna go to Sam's guy?
Wise.
He'll tell you. He'll tell you his guy's really good.
Wise investment.
I was asking him about him, and he was like, "Oh, my guys, only closers go to my guys." I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I asked him too. I said, "Look, are you just shopping around for a tattoo, or are you asking me to call and set you up an appointment or introduce you?" He's like, I'm just looking." I go, "All right, well, why don't you let me know when you're ready?"
You gonna have Sam risk his family name on whether or not you're gonna get a tattoo? You got to be serious.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, if you go to my guy, it honestly will work pretty well. You'll make even more money, and you'll be able to get more than one tattoo because all the commissions you make.
Okay.
know.
All right.
Just
Yeah.
don't do it during the day.
Yeah.
We had to cross that bridge. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Why don't you tell everybody about that?
It was my birthday, and I wanted to get a tattoo, and I said, "Look, I'm crushing it. I'm scheduling an appointment. This is the time you had." And you looked at me like this. You're like, "You're doing what? You're leaving work to go get a tattoo?" I was like, "Yeah." And granted,
It's the lamest thing I've ever heard of.
now,
No way.
granted, you have given me some leniency because I come in and I try to work hard, play hard, but
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to get that tattoo, and then one thing snowballed to the next. It was like a whole year later though, but then in about 60 days time, I just did the entire rest of the arm.
Yeah.
So I had some good commissions coming in myself, and
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
believe
I got a hole in my pocket, but just schedule it at 5 o'clock or later.
Okay. Yeah,
that's
that's fair.
That's the mistake I made on the first.
That's
You
fair.
will get made fun of if you take time off to get a tattoo.
I can
during the
imagine.
day.
but you'll look really cool for a lifetime.
I imagine so.
That's why you close so many deals, right? You hop on the teams meeting and you just say,
They
"Hey,
they know you mean business.
Check it out.
When you're sitting there like, all right, yeah, tell me more.
Oh, yeah.
They know you mean business.
oh my gosh." Mm-hmm. Taken. It was your birthday too.
It was like around my birthday, but yeah.
Did you go to Chuck E. Cheese after you got a tattoo, or
Discovery Zone actually.
Discovery
Yeah.
Zone?
No, Chuck E. Cheese was all booked, but
Is that
yeah.
even around anymore?
No, they went out of business.
I
like
went to
20 years
Discovery
ago.
Zone a lot.
I went to
I
Tumble
begged
Drum.
my parents to go there.
You know Tumble Drum? They had a big
I don't
one. It's
remember that.
Chuck's Boots now out in St. Charles. But
Oh.
they had a whole huge, like probably 100,000 square foot facility, 2 stories, and it was just one big jungle gym.
Oh,
I had, I think, 5 birthday parties in a row there.
it's wild that stuff like that.
It
Does
doesn't
that stuff
exist
exist anymore? It's
No.
like such a liability.
No, it's a huge liability, and they've got all of these restrictions with making sure stuff is clean. Like in the early 2000s and the late 90s, like
They didn't care.
It was
nobody
gross,
cared.
dude.
They didn't
They're like,
care.
you're sick, rub some dirt on it, and
Yeah.
take some Robitussin and get
Yeah.
go to school.
Yeah.
So
I remember going and playing in the ball pit at McDonald's. And,
Yeah, I don't think ball pits exist anymore.
No, it's not a thing. No. I think when they found razor blades and stuff in the bottom side of them, then they were like, yeah,
That's
we
a
can't do
thing.
this
That's got
anymore.
to be a myth.
I don't know.
Who knows?
That's like an urban legend.
It probably was. My mom was kind of,
Dude, I'm a dad. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't want to let my kid in a ball pit.
No.
There might be a razor blade there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
Well, Sam, tell us what's going on. We've gone, kind of around the horn. What do you do here? What do people need to know? What do you got in the hopper? What's your calendar look like?
Well, my calendar, for starters, is absolutely full every day. I make the ongoing joke of the movie Groundhog Day. If you've ever watched it, I just do the same thing every day. Every 30 minutes is like one more of the same meeting over and over again. Am I a little loud?
No, you're a little quiet.
A little quiet? I was trying not to be
Yeah.
too loud.
Oh my God.
I think we might rearrange these now that I'm looking at it and just move, let's move these booms or whatever, the poles, right next to each other.
Yeah.
And then that way it's coming from this side, right? And it's not hitting the fan. I think that might look a little more visually appealing. We'll do it for next time.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard Sam Baker being too quiet. I mean, this guy is the loudest guy in the office.
Look, you speak up, you get what you want.
Oh, okay.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
I gotcha.
But
Sam's louder than Cam?
Well,
That's a good
I
point.
mean, that is a good.
Cam's
that
loud,
is-
dude.
yeah,
Cam's loud. I just talk a
You
lot.
just talk a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
There's
I
more.
could-
There's
Yeah.
more. There's more. I will say volume, but not in the sense of like higher.
Yeah,
He's higher
not
octave.
not in decibels.
There you
is
go.
what you're trying
There
to
you
go
go.
for. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you.
So how are we
But-
doing this month? What do we got?
Well, we just got 2 more today. So we brought on a roofing partner in Dallas, and we brought on an IT company in Green Bay. I think that marks the 19th new client that has signed up this month for service. We're really cruising along. I mean, if you look at what we were doing historically, I think, when I started doing sales in the new business role, it was like 10 in a month was absolutely fantastic. That was the goal. And if you remember, Aaron, I hit 10 meetings or 10 deals on the last day of June. And I was like, woo, that's nice. I think 10 was kind of like you're really exceeding expectations. And then I went and took a day off for the 4th of July. I went to Six Flags. And you called me while I was in the parking
your
lot.
days off, dude.
Well, I closed a deal that day too. So let's not forget I'm always working. But you called me and you're like, hey man, we need like 20 deals from you this month. And I was like, I just got you 10. Like that's the most we've had like in a long time. And it just showed me that you can work a little bit harder. I think I had 12 in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And again, had a vacation that was already pre-planned for the end of that month. But then the following month, it was like 18. And it's just like a mental thing. You got to show yourself what's attainable because you can't reach limits unless you push yourself. And so then it was like 18. The next month, I think we had 31. Then the next month was like another 20. And then it's just always kind of been consistent. And that wouldn't have happened unless you challenged me to 20, which at first I thought you were crazy.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, we can make this happen. And really it all comes down to just knowing what you need to do, sound sharp, be a point of authority, and be enthusiastic about what you're selling. And I think that will take you a long way, whether it's appointments or closing deals or anything else.
Absolutely. And you've been doing a great job, man. I mean, yeah, I do remember how shocked you were when I told you that. And I was like, but you can.
I was.
It's only more money in commission.
Well,
right?
right. And
It's
you
only
said
better
that-
for
and
you
I
and the
think
company.
It was a mind block. There was a wall mentally up that was like, oh well, yeah, that'd be great, but like that's not really possible. But you challenge somebody and you just got to keep raising the bar. I mean, it's like the 4-minute mile. No one thought it was possible. Had never been done. Then one guy does it, and then all of a sudden that 4-minute record was broken like 7 times in a row right after that. And it's like someone has to do it to show that it can be done, which is why I think we're getting 20 plus deals every month.
Somebody had to call the guy and say, you could run the mile faster if you weren't at Six Flags right now. If you were on the track running, you would do it a little bit quicker, huh?
That could have happened. I don't know if Six Flags was around back then when the 4-minute mile was broken, but
Do they still have the
no,
that guy?
I mean,
That's
I don't-
Six Flags, right?
Does
Yeah,
anybody
I think
even
so.
have television anymore? Everybody's on streaming services, so I don't see ads and commercials.
I got
like
streaming.
that.
I want to get rid of it so bad. It's so expensive. It's full circle. I remember when I was in college, I think Sling or just out of college,
Yeah.
got my first apartment and stuff, and just, bills just killing you.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
I need cheap TV, and Sling was like $15 a month.
Yeah.
$20 a month for the big package. And I was thinking, oh man, what if I sprung and did like the $30 a month package and got like Disney and stuff too, you know, for my wife. She would love that, you know. Or
And then they took it all away.
it's like $150
Oh,
or something stupid now
Oh,
again
yeah.
for streaming, and it's even worse because you got to have all of the different packages at the same time.
Well, that's the thing is you have like Paramount did its own thing because everybody saw the success that Netflix had, and then they were like, well, we want that too. So they took their content away from Netflix and then created their own thing. So now if you still want what you once had with just Netflix, you got to have 5 or 6
Yeah.
different ones from Peacock and HBO, Netflix, Hulu. I mean, and it just doesn't
Amazon,
stop.
everything.
It never
Amazon
does.
Prime, like, and there's always a new one that's sprouting up every couple of years anyway.
Yeah, we're constantly switching.
You're paying over
back and
$100 a
forth.
month.
We're about to get rid of Hulu
For all of them, just like you were
100?
with TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah.
sporting events too. You got to buy everything for sporting
Yeah.
events.
Yeah,
It
when
doesn't come on
when
anything.
Pujols broke 700, when he hit his 700th home run, we didn't get to see it because they broadcasted the game only on Apple TV.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have
Yeah.
Apple, you didn't see it.
Yeah, that's some goober stuff.
Yeah.
Goober, can't stand it.
No thanks.
What and then like now there's only DirecTV or does like the Cardinals or what? I don't even watch it.
Bally,
I don't know.
Bally,
Bally,
runs
yeah.
Bally
everything.
Sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bought Fox Sports Midwest and all the other stations. It's all Bally now.
Yeah,
And the
tough.
streaming app is not the best.
No.
No.
Does it even? I mean, does it work? Or?
I mean, when it wants.
Barely.
Yeah,
Unless
it's
when
kind
it
of like
wants.
Peacock. Peacock is terrible. It skips all the time. I mean, it hardly ever loads. I mean, Bally Sports, like we go over to my cousin's house every weekend. We'll put on the Cardinals game, and it's constantly just skipping and lagging.
Didn't get that with cable.
No,
It worked pretty good.
I don't know. I just got rid of Spectrum. That was pretty bad. Internet goes out, and it's
Oh,
like,
their
this
internet.
is supposed to be like
Miserable.
directly in
Yeah.
the landline. But no, the AT&T fiber. That one, I've not had a single issue with it since I got it.
AT&T. Shout out. Send
Shout out
Sam some
AT&T.
swag.
Send me some swag. Maybe a couple of those gift cards you sent me for also switching my phone provider to you. And I will keep representing the good name.
That's another thing. We got T-Mobile, and I mean it's expensive too. I think we have like Netflix included, which is the only reason why we have it. We were one of the old guys, dude. It was like I don't know, $90 or something like that. It's like $170 now. She might have a
Oh,
plan
yeah.
for Apple Watch or something like that, but dude, it's skyrocketing.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
we got a really good deal until the thing with Sprint went through. What's like the low cost one to go to now?
Mint Mobile, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Patriot Mobile.
Patriot Mobile.
If you would have asked me
pigeons.
about that like in high school or like 10 years ago, I'd have been like, there's no way I'm doing one of those ones. Now I'm like, absolutely send it to me.
You
I'll
remember-
do the cheapest one.
You remember back when we were in high school where we had Sprint because it was free calling from any Sprint to Sprint phone. Otherwise,
Sprint, sweet.
you had to wait until after 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
nights
then
and weekends.
nights and weekends, and then it was 7.
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, this is great. And then I have friends in the class that were like, their parents were getting bills for like $200 because they figured out text messaging existed.
Like 10
But
cents
they
a
cost,
piece.
yeah, they cost
Yeah.
money each time
Yeah.
you send one. They're sending 100 a day.
Yep.
Oh man, those were the good times.
Those
Flip
were
phones.
great days. Oh yeah, the Razor.
The
when
Razors,
thing-
Blackberries.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to
Oh,
name
yeah.
any names,
That's
but they're
great.
like, it wasn't my friend. It was one of my little brother's friends. I think his parents got like a FedEx delivery. And it was like, I mean, just a phone book of the bills from all the text messages. Like, it's just
Oh,
crazy.
man.
Crazy, dude. Crazy.
Oh, that was story after story. I mean, you heard all these kids that would just go crazy, like when they're at school or something, and then they get $1,000 phone bills. I would be so pissed. All my commissions going to my freaking phone
we
bill.
got unlimited now.
Going to minutes.
Yeah, unlimited.
We're unlimited.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
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 Unlimited.
They asked me like that, how many minutes do you think you're going to use? Like, we're going to use a lot, so let's just get the unlimited plan for the reps.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, like India's not included though. Some guy called us from India one time. Don't call me from India. I won't pick up. But like somebody answered the phone and like you had a 30-minute phone call with somebody from like India.
Oh jeez.
It cost us so much money. It was so, it pissed me off so bad. Okay, so got a lot of deals coming in. Industries that we're seeing really thrive are managed IT, of course, but roofing, janitorial are picking up. HVAC, RaShaun was talking about that.
Yeah.
What's the scoop with HVAC?
So the
You getting a lot of those?
So right now you're seeing a lot of success. Like it tends to work like this. You get the first client that signs up, those really early adopters that are innovators that want to do something different, and then they're the first ones, to the promised land. They start seeing this business, and then once the success is there, everybody else, they wait, and then once they see it's been done for other people, they start showing up later. And we're seeing that now with roofing, which we started 2 years ago. I started selling roofing just over a year ago, and we went from last year, I think we had maybe 5 clients, to now we sit currently at like 36. There are only so many markets with exclusivity, and janitorial is starting to hit that as well. You're starting to see individual franchises sign up. I think we have about 15 to 20, whereas in March of last year, we had our first one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just goes to show you it's a process. HVAC is starting to go pretty well with RaShaun finding some. I think he had an opportunity, 6 units on the top of this church were broken. They want them to come out for preventative maintenance plans and maybe even replace a few units. And you'll start to see more HVAC customers come along as the success starts coming in. And I think it's just roofing is really hot right now. Roofing and IT especially.
Roofing and IT. All right. Well, we're running up at the end of the allotted time. What you got any fun stories?
Like what kind of fun
I don't know.
stories?
Like, we're talking about what
man.
stuff that's going on, but there's, I guess, an entertainment value if you wanted to listen and kind of, hey, what's going on with Sam? You've been here a while.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you interviewed here and you couldn't, we couldn't fit in the same room?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, the video's out there somewhere still, but so the way it used to work was when we would come in, Aaron would shoot our interviews, and we would wait until 5 o'clock when everyone would leave, because we'd have to rearrange desks and turn the lights off for the right camera angle, and he would just film it. And there was maybe 12 desks that fit in that office, and half of them were full. So we had like 6 people in there. And then I remember at the end, we used to have blooper reels where you would ask us questions.
Yeah.
And me coming from, I worked at Outback Steakhouse for 10 years. That was my first job in high school. And you start asking me questions about blooming onions. And I started making a joke like, oh, I love me a blooming onion. And we put it on the blooper reel. Well, when we had started making those prospect calls, there's this guy in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'd called and called and called. And he finally picked up the phone once, and I just grabbed his attention. He's like, this isn't something I think that I need, but he started getting on the website, and I sent him an email. I go, watch my interview. I want you to pick me. That was how we used to do it. And he emailed me back, and the only response he said was, bloomin' onions. I frickin' love it. It just goes to show you, people watch those videos. You just got to get your name out there. But I guess that's a fun story. I've got a million others. I've actually got a pitch that I've got to do here in 2 minutes. So
2 minutes?
Yeah, I'm
With
about
who?
to- I know it's a roofer. I'm not 100% sure.
Let me double check. Let's give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Tell
So
him
we're
we're counting on him.
We're
to
about
sign
to
up.
make another phone call.
Because now he can go and watch the podcast. Core Roofing.
Core roofing. Yep, that sounds right.
Yeah, Core Roofing, Sydney.
Let's see.
Sign up for service. We would love to work with you. What part of town's that? Let's check out this website.
Yeah, here, I'll tell you. I'm pretty good with area codes. 602. I think that is
Pretty slick.
West Coast.
Looks like a slick website. It's got a Scottsdale.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there it is.
Scottsdale. Yeah. Well, good, man. Hey, thanks for joining. Any parting words of wisdom? Anybody that's considering signing up?
Yeah, if you are looking to do this in-house, if you think that's more effective, I say let me know how it goes. If you've never had a one-on-one with a sales rep, please go try it out. And then once you're sick of doing it, give me a call, and I will take all of the headaches away from you and set you up on meetings.
Yeah, so you're hitting all your numbers, and you never have to be reminded to make phone calls, and everything is great, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
exactly.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
See you next month.
Yeah, see you next month.
Not. All right. Well, hey, good luck. Go close that deal.
Thank you, fellas.
Ryan, any parting words of wisdom?
No, I enjoy it here a lot. This is the podcast is going to get up and going,
Yeah.
and I'm excited to be on here often. Can't wait to hear more people on Happy Hour. Come in here and check in when people are filming. It'll
Check
be fun.
in. And your shout out to your alma mater. You're from.
Oh, I'm from Belleville, Illinois, but I went to Jacksonville.
That's where my wife's from.
Where your wife's from? Yes, sir.
Blue Boys, right? Is
Yes,
that what you're
sir.
called? The
Yes,
Blue
sir.
Boys. Blue Boys.
Wow.
What about you? Where'd you go to college?
I didn't go to college.
Good.
Actually, I went to
Great idea.
I went to
Save some money.
I went to community college, and then I started working for Quick Trip, and I worked for Quick Trip for about 4 years, and then I was like, yeah, I think not going back to college.
You missed out on having $100,000 in student
Oh,
loan debt,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, I did miss.
Yeah.
I missed out on that part. You know,
Bummer.
I inherited my wife's though, so I'm still paying some kind of college loans.
Oh, you get to, yeah, hey,
Well,
there you go.
that's a good segue. We can, you know, if you're in college and you're looking to apply to a job, you can drop out, come work with
Yeah,
us,
come work.
make some money.
AR-15,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
student loans,
New
whatever.
car.
you know. They can wait. They'll always be there.
Tattoos.
AR-15s might not, right?
Yeah, right. Tattoos and AR-15s. That's
All right. Well, hey, thanks for checking us out, guys. And that is Appy Hour number 2. We look forward to seeing you the next time.
yeah.
Sweet.
Cue the cool outro music.
Let's rock.
Probably not. We need to increase our budget for that. All right.